Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis coming with you with another toy review video. And this week's video is Star Wars The Black Series Ahsoka Tano, the 6-inch figure, and she is coming in with with some new box art and everything. And she is looking awesome. As a matter of fact, I had this figure myself. I'm sorry I never got a chance to review her originally, but I have to say she looks a lot different than before. But nonetheless, she is looking awesome. Now, as you can tell from the traditional Black Series, it's got that open window that showcases the figure. But like I said before, this re-release of the Ghost Crew has a totally different look. If you see from the bottom here, you got the purple bar that has her name, and on the side you've got some really awesome box art right there. And wow, I don't know what to say. I mean, this box art looks a hell of a lot different than the traditional looking box art that you would normally see with Black Label figures. It is really awesome looking. And of course on the back you have a quick bio of Ahsoka, and if you guys want to go ahead and pause on it, by all means, but I'm going to go ahead and read it to you. So it says, Ahsoka Tano, a Togruta female, was the Padawan learner to Anakin Skywalker and a hero of the Clone Wars. Alongside Anakin, she grew from headstrong student into a mature leader, but her destiny laid along a different path than the Jedi. And of course, it just says the same thing in different languages here. So I'm not going to go ahead and read that and butcher up someone else's language. So by all means, go ahead and do that yourselves. But she is number 7 in the series of the Ghost Crew. So I'm going to go ahead and open her up, and let's see how awesome, well, to loosely quote Octobotamus, let's see how cool and awesome she really is. Alright, there she is, out of her box, posed up and ready for battle. And I have to say, she, like I said before, she is looking awesome. She seems, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but she honestly looks a hell of a lot different than when I originally had her before. Not to mention, one of the things I did notice is that she has some soft goods here. This bottom portion is cloth, and I don't recall if the original release had that on there. It may have, I just don't recall, but it looks pretty awesome. You can tell she's got a lot of molded detail on her, especially when it comes down to, you know, her a lot of her accessories, her arm guards, or I should say her forearm guards, has some molded detail. The belt that holds her hip skirts, even the breast shield that she has on here, and the headband. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of close-up so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. So as you can tell, that is a good sculpt on there. The eyes look like they were painted on very well. I've been seeing a lot of video reviews recently from a different YouTuber, I wish I remember his name, where you can do some like custom jobs, especially when it comes down to around the eyes. Sometimes they're not painted, they kind of look a little off. So what he does is that he shows you to get that good symmetry around the eyes, you flip her upside down, and then you're able to go ahead and see that symmetry on there. And if it looks good, then you're good. You know, it's gonna look the same even if you have her right side up. trying to go ahead and pose her there while I have her close to the camera. And that's something I'm going to touch upon, is that especially with wide-legged stances, she doesn't stand very well. But with straight-on standing poses like this, not so bad. It's pretty good. So, as you can tell from the forearms here, the little armbands, she's got some nice detailing on there, different colors on the armbands. The hip skirts, you got that little outline around it, around the middle of the belt, the clasps on the bottom portion of her chest plate right here. She's got that on her tendrils. I think you call them tendrils or tentacles. Well, they're not really tentacles, but you know, the molding of her head, you know, is very well done. A lot of good paint apps. I think there may have been a streak around this area. I'm looking at it through the camera as we speak. Her face paint is very spot on to how we see her in the in Star Wars Rebels. It looks like she's got some her lips are painted as well. Very nicely done. I have to go ahead and you know give my hand to Hasbro on this. Now as I go ahead and turn her around, you can see more of that outline of her hip skirts, especially towards the back. Her boots and her knee guards and stuff has some very good paint articulation on there. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at her weapons. Again, there we go. As you can tell, you know, we got some great detailing on the weapons, and that is pretty awesome. I'll show off the other one. And from what I understand, they do have the Ahsoka lightsabers at Galaxy's Edge. Now, come on, focus, damn it. Oh, screw it then. There we go. You know, so I'm not sure what the costs on those are, but I mean, I do know there's some trickery that you can do if you want to make the blades red, and that's a pretty awesome thing. Yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and take off. Oh, I should say, let's go ahead and get her lightsabers on, and I'll show off the posability and stuff. Now, you saw her posed up, ready for battle. You saw her at a more relaxed stance. We're going to go ahead and show the articulation. And there we go. Now, as you can tell, her arm can go out like so. Does have an elbow bend at 90 degrees. Can go down, can rotate 360. Does have a arm bend. For those that didn't see it, does have an arm bend at the elbow, so that's good. She does have a type of, I want to say, an ab crunch, but that front piece is hindering it. Can go back just a bit. Her head articulation is limited. Can go left, can go right, can look down slightly, and can look up not a whole lot because of this back tendril here, or head tail. She does have waist rotation. She can kick up at 90 degrees. This hip skirt is cloth, so, or I should say this, yeah, this skirt here around her is cloth, so it doesn't hinder it. She does have leg rotation, thigh rotation I should say. She is not able to do the full splits, mostly because of her hip skirts here that are hindering it. It's not so much the cloth goods. Can bend at 90 degrees, has a double double hinge here, but can only go so far. She does have an ankle tilt, can move her toe or her foot back, can go out or forward just a little bit depending on the pose. Now, as I mentioned earlier about posability, I also forgot she does have wrist rotation, can go at 360, can, I would say go up, but it can go down just a little bit. Her hands are kind of soft, so she's able to grip onto those lightsabers or any other weapon. So let's see about posing her, like so. Now, like I mentioned earlier, you can only do so much in terms of the posing. Well, actually, did I say that earlier? I don't recall. But there we go. And let's see if we can straighten her out. Now she does have some there we go. Right there. Perfect. So alright. So she can pose like so. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and take a few pics. I'll go ahead and show those off, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, folks. So as you can tell, she does have some posability. But one thing you saw earlier in the video is that she does not stand very well. I think this may be just an issue with my copy, or if it's something that needs to be corrected along the whole, line of Ahsoka. I noticed that, that there have been some issues previously in the past with posing up, certain female figures. Especially with the 3.5-inch ones. I noticed that with the Vader versus Ahsoka set that I had at one point, which I had previously reviewed. But if memory serves me right, there are some there are some holes underneath the feet. If I can get this blasted thing to stinking focus, and as you can tell, there they are. So honestly, and I think they did this with Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight for the Black Label series for him. They did have a stand, so why Hasbro did not put stands with these, I don't know. Honestly, maybe something that should be looked into. But again, I'm only a consumer. What the hell do I know? But on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm going to go ahead and rate this figure an 8, mostly because of her stability in terms of her being able to stand, not to mention her being able to stand in certain poses. That's a big deterrent right there. But all in all, like I said, this is a good rendition of the character. Of course, in Rebels, Ahsoka is about another 20 years, almost 20 years older. I'd say 10 to 15 years older than she was when she left the Jedi Temple back in Clone Wars, and struck off on her own. So that's she's matured and she's learned a lot, hence her abilities. But again, this is a good figure. Would I recommend it? Yes. For anyone that's looking to complete the Ghost Crew, yes, she is a great addition to the crew. She was an asset to the Ghost Crew during the Clone Wars. During Star Wars Rebels. So yeah, she's a great addition. To anyone that has had the figure in the past or has picked up the new rendition of it, like I have, what's your take on it? What are your thoughts? Leave them in the comment section down below. Like, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Every subscription helps my channel out immediately. Oh, or I should say immensely. I'd like to at least thank everyone out there that has basically added on, or signed up for my channel. I hope to go ahead and do something momentous. I want to at least try and reach 100 viewers or 100 subscribers. By Halloween, by October 31st. I want to at least reach 100 subscribers. And during this month of September, I will see what I can do as a reward for those that, basically has subscribed to my channel, or for those that help me reach 100 subscribers. I'll see what I can do for that. But in the meantime, ring that notification bell so you can be able to get notified as to when new videos are coming up. So, here we have Black Label Series Ahsoka, the re-release. And this is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.